This is the story of Negro League Baseball. The question that drove my research was, what are the top ways that the Negro Leagues have affected the history of baseball? The Negro Leagues acted as a showcase for black athletic talent, introducing a new style of play and ultimately changing baseball's record books. When the MLB was founded in 1876, it was very clear that the black players were better than the white ones. Players like Moses Fleetwood Walker and Bud Fowler were the Aaron Judges and Shohei Ohtanis of the 19th century. But sadly, some people still had no liking for the black players. One of them was Cap Anson, a good white player at the time who made a gentleman's agreement that no owner would allow a black player on their team. Due to this, most black players never played professional baseball again. The first Negro League was called the National Colored Baseball League, created in 1887, only lasted 2 weeks due to lack of money. During these times, there was a particularly good pitcher named Rube Foster, who won 44 games in a row for the team called the Philadelphia Cuban X-Giants in 1902. In 1911, Rube's team with former MLB commissioner's son-in-law John Scorley to form an all-black team, the American Giants. At this time, they began to realize that most black teams were owned by white people. In 1919, Rube Foster got a column in the Chicago Defender stating that no white person can own a black team. Rube Foster founded the Negro League in 1920. The league had 20 teams. Foster continued to manage his team until a nervous breakdown in 1926. He died in 1930 at the age of 51 years before his inauguration to the Hall of Fame. The Negro League players played a lot rougher than they would in the majors. In the off-season, they would play exhibition games around America and some Latin countries. They also played MLB teams. They beat the team 70% of the time. A player on the Cardinals, Stan Musial, ended this unintentionally. Stan was supposed to play against the Negro League team in an exhibition game, but he couldn't make it because of the World Series. Commissioner Mountain Landis, who didn't want integration, banned any MLB players from playing in these leagues until after the World Series. When the Depression hit in 1929, it hit hard on the MLB and even harder on the Negro Leagues and Eastern Colored League. The Eastern Colored League folded and the Negro League was crashing to a halt. It looked like 12 seasons of Negro League baseball was coming to a close. There were some that stayed with enough money though. They played illegal games, one of them known today as the lottery. One man that did it was named Gus Greenlee. He created a team called the Pittsburgh Crawfords. There were legends on that team. Josh Gibson, Judy Johnson, Ted Page, Ted Radcliffe, Jake Stephens, Cool Papa Bell, and none other than Satchel Paige. Satchel pitched every day. Some believe that he threw 109 miles per hour, which would have been the fastest of all time. He warmed up by throwing a ball over a candy wrapper. Josh Gibson was considered the Black Babe Ruth, but some people considered Babe Ruth the white Josh Gibson. Walter Johnson had said, "There is a catcher that any big league club would like to buy for $200,000. His name is Gibson. He can do everything. He hits the ball a mile. He catches it so easy he might as well be in a rocking chair. Throws like a rifle. Too bad that Gibson is a colored fellow." Legend has it that Josh Gibson had hit a ball so hard in Pittsburgh that it never came down. The next day in Philadelphia, a ball came down from the sky and an outfielder caught it. The umpire then said, "You're out," yesterday in Pittsburgh. They both wanted to face each other, and they ended up doing so. Satchel purposely loaded the bases, called off all the fielders, and struck Gibson out in 3 pitches. Cool Papa Bell was as fast as lightning. One time it was told that he scored from first on a sacrifice fly. It was also said that he turned off the light and went under the covers before the light turned out. In 1933, the Negro League made an attempt very similar to the MLB to have an all-star game. In 1937, the Negro National League formed the Eastern League to play against, called the Negro American League. When the war began, over 2.5 million African American men registered for the draft, and over 1 million served in all branches of the military. African American players and many others thought it was unfair they could fight and die for their country, but they couldn't hit and field the ball in the major league. Hank Aaron, who currently has the second most home runs of all time, devoted every single one of them just to show that a black player can play at the same level as a white player. After Commissioner Mountain Landis died in 1944, a man named Happy Chandler took over. He was in favor of integration. Branch Rickey, a well-known owner, knew that this was his time to strike. He looked at Jackie Robinson and signed him to a minor league team in 1945. Branch Rickey wanted someone who wouldn't get angry, so when Jackie came to Rickey's office, Rickey yelled racial terms at him. On April 15, 1947, baseball was integrated. Now on this day every year, Jackie Robinson is honored by everyone wearing his number. After baseball integrated, it was the end of Negro League Baseball and the league folded in 1948. This was the story of Negro League Baseball. For more information, scan this code to look at my blog.